This is the Conscious Hour, and again, more news you won't see on the mainstream media. People in Israel are waking up and realizing that Netanyahu and these extreme zebras didn't have their interest in mind at all. No, this is a cabal of corporations that want to go in and invade foreign countries to steal their resources. One example, look what we did in Venezuela. Well, this whole thing, and Netanyahu, who's now gone, he's dead, he's disappeared. No, he's dead. Now it's just the U.S. But we have a problem. We have got a problem. We got Pete Hegseth in there, and he's got an ego the size of an elephant. And, you know, he's on a mission. He's on a mission. Listen to where we're headed, folks, and listen to how people in Israel are now saying, whoa, our government isn't representing our interests.
Irony, and the thing that is beginning to unravel now, is the fact that there are internal voices within Israel that are criticizing what's happening now. And if we take as an example this article that I just shared with you, look at the comments that the people are posting. Yeah, there are split views about the comments, how many likes, how many dislikes. Quote, for example, the first one: two aging, irresponsible serial liars, megalomaniacs have taken over the world and supporting each other, and the idiots are applauding them. That's Israel. What is this regret? It's Bibi after all. He won't take responsibility for the disasters he's leading anyway. Bibi is entangling Israel with the whole world, including the United States. Another guy said, not only will the Iranians not rebel, referencing to the desires of Netanyahu and Trump and the calls for the people to rebel, he said they will begin to hate those who damage Iran's infrastructure. The more the regime pushes against the wall, the more it will escalate the damage to the infrastructure of the Gulf. Two lunatics, in reference to Netanyahu and Trump, or those rightfully persecuted by the legal system, are waging war. Another one said, a country in complete madness, and it's unbelievable that there are those who support these measures until destruction comes upon us. These are the comments coming from Israel on Israel's mainstream media following these attacks that were conducted by the United States and Israel. Of course, some videos were coming out about these attacks, and it was confirmed that it indeed caused a lot of damage to the facilities. Now, in relation to the gas fields themselves, we're talking about the gas fields called the Southern Pars gas facility, and the part that belongs to Qatar is Qatar's North Field, and it's in the middle between the two countries. The biggest, the largest gas field in the whole world, and people rely on it globally, not just in the region, which shows you how reckless these people are. I mean, we're talking about two absolute lunatics for conducting these attacks against Iran and against this largest gas facility. After that, immediately, Iran published this notice here: urgent warning to multiple locations, and all of these locations are in the Gulf, and we're going to talk about the damage, and I'm going to share the videos that came in relation to that. Jubail Petrochemicals in Saudi Arabia, Al Hisn in the UAE, the petrochemical Msaid that belongs to Chevron, and by the way, most of them have shares with Chevron and ExxonMobil. Some of them have with Shell and other international companies too. But Iran knew very well what it was targeting. And then Ras Al Fan in Qatar as well. So the response was immediate from Iran, and there were multiple warnings as well immediately after that attack. One of these warnings came from none other than the spokesperson of the Khatam al-Anbiya HQ, who is in charge of the clarifications to do with the military operations, what Iran does, and what they continue to do in terms of military operations. Let's listen to what he had to say following these attacks, and then we will go through the Iranian retaliation following this, and of course the global implications, because we're talking about a new phase. And what else is there after this? Is there another path of escalation? Is there another line that hasn't been crossed? We will talk about that after we listen to what he had to say.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحیم. ماشین جنگی آمریکایی صهیونی که با رشادت دلاورمردان ایران اسلامی در تیر ماه متوقف شد، اکنون در مسیر فروپاشی قرار گرفته است. همانطور که گفته شد، اقدامی که از سوی ما انجام می شود رسما اعلام می گردد. این هشدار قاطع و خط و نشان برای جنایتکارانی است که تعرض به بخشی از زیرساخت‌های سوخت و انرژی ایران در جنوب کشور داشتند. در نتیجه این اقدام زیرساخت‌های سوخت، انرژی و گاز مبدأ تهاجم در اولین فرصت در آتش می‌سوزد و به خاکستر تبدیل می‌شود. به ارتش بزدل و متجاوز آمریکایی جنایتکار و رژیم وحشی و کودککش صهیونیستی اعلام می‌کنیم. ناگزیر هستید سربازانتان را به آب انداخته و حیثیتتان را به باد بدهید. گلوی فرماندهان و سربازان شما زیر چکمه رزمندگان اسلام است. در سردرگمی راهبردی پیش رویتان واقعیت جریان صحنه نبرد مشخص است. به رخدادهای اعجاب‌انگیز فکر کنید. با سناریوی پیروزی آمدید، در حالی که در اتاقهای فکر زیرزمینی و مخفی به دنبال راهکار حفظ و بقای خود می‌گردید. دوران قلدری شما تمام شده است. تنها پناه شما برای گریختن از ضربات عملیات کوبنده ایران مقتدر خروج از منطقه یا انتخاب مرگ است. و من نصر الا من عند الله العزیز الحکیم.
Very powerful and straight.
And the one thing that's very concerning is he's speaking reality. The U.S. cannot win this war. It's impossible. Unless they drop nuclear bombs, then the whole region goes up. So what's going on right now is Pete Hegseth, Musclehead, is forcing our more military to go over there and fight it. They're talking about a ground invasion. Are you kidding me? Iran has 1 million-man army, and we've got an, FK head in there, the size of an ego, thinking, oh, we're going to win this war. Pete Hegseth, if you think we're going to win, I want you in front of the battle lines. I want you to go out there on the ground with the troops, and you go fight this war, because you got those big muscles. Let's see how long you last. This is just insane. And we don't even see this stuff on the news. We see nothing on the news. There's nothing in the U.S. media that's giving people actual live information of what's going on, so we, the people, can stand up and tell our elected officials, shut it down. But we can't. They're silencing everything. So, hey, karma's a bitch, folks. This Zionist infiltration of our country, and I use the word, that's exactly what it is, Zionism, has crippled our country, is going to cripple the economy around the world because of a few people living an old world ideology that we can rule the world. This is the Conscious Hour. Please hit your like and share button. Please donate to the 501c3 so I can expand my outreach. Thanks so much for tuning into the Conscious Hour. It's your Conscious Hour, folks. Speak out.